Joe, welcome back to a new video on the Calamative Joe YouTube channel. We are on my survival legacy world today. Everybody. And I would like to welcome you. I cannot even see the live chat right now, so bear with me because it hasn't loaded up. There we go. And the stream is not here. There it is. Now it's appeared now. So weird. Why didn't it appear? I can see one person was watching. Hello, Superbar Swordemire. Hello, Silver Samson. Okay, so Joe, when Joe gets here, I'm probably going to be in my bed, not going to lie. Hello, Galaxy Gamer. Oh, no, that Silver Samson's comment is from 2:46 AM. Yes, this stream was accidentally scheduled for a few days ago, and I didn't realise that I'd scheduled a stream for a couple of days ago. So I was going to delete this stream, but I've just decided to use the settings. Hello, Galaxy Gamer. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Right. We are on my survival legacy world today because my world is a week. My world is 10 years old. Joe, your voice sounds different. My voice is the same. This is just how my voice naturally sounds. If I go and put a bit more of a voice on, then... But yeah, this is actually how my voice sounds. If I go and speak a lot more quickly, then you guys, are you sick? No, I'm not sick. This is generally just my voice. My voice... If I go and speak a lot more quickly like this, then you guys will see it. But yeah, my voice is actually like this. I put a bit more of a... I make my voice a little bit higher pitch when I'm streaming. But yeah, my voice is actually like a little bit deeper. So, welcome to the stream, everybody. Plus, I have to make my voice a little lighter, though, Galaxy Gamer. I know you said yesterday. I have to make my voice a little lighter, Galaxy Gamer, because my accent makes the voice sound thicker. So I have to lighten up my voice a little bit because it makes my accent sound thicker. Well, I have got some wood. I'm just happy I'm getting. Cool. So, (2019) to 2020. Hello, I can't even read your name. I do apologize. Right, so just give me a sec, everybody. Hello, Pickle. Welcome to the stream. 2024. Bed. I can't spell. I just put in some signs on this because this world is going to be 10 years old in a few weeks. 2016 to 2017 bedroom. I like keyboard and mouse more than controller. I'm the other way around because I'm not very good on controller. I think this place needs some decoration, which we'll do that in the future. But yeah, literally, this is... one thing that we're going to have to... I'm going to sneeze. Oh, sorry. Oh, what did I say? I said I prefer controller. I prefer controller. I'm not very good at keyboard and mouse. Yeah. I'm just going to put some signs here. So basically, guys, my world here, my survival world here is 10 years old in literally 8 days' time. So a week tomorrow. A week tomorrow, my Minecraft world will be 10 years old. So I think we're going to do a massive stream next Saturday. Next Saturday, we're going to do an absolutely massive stream because this world will be 10 years old. Oh. Sorry, it's very warm again, guys. It's one of them really warm days again. But literally, yeah, so my survival world turns 10 years old tomorrow. Sorry, a week tomorrow. So I'm thinking about things potentially we could think about doing. What could we... I remember my old... Hello, Arian Plays. Welcome to the stream. I haven't seen you on the streams in a while. I remember my old PC Xbox 360 was. Yeah, my Minecraft world, this survival world right here, turns 10 years old next week. Tell you what, let's get rid of the... We've got other farms. We've got other farms, guys, so... We've got other farms elsewhere. I've lost this live chat a second. I like PC gaming more than console gaming. Yeah. I know you said. I'm going to go and get some nether brick fences. I'm going to expand the mushroom farm a bit. So if I turn around, go down here, we should. I think we have got a couple. I believe it's in the. Let's just take more than enough because I thought 39 might be enough, but it might be cutting it close. So I just placed one. Where did I place it? PC gaming has more games than console. I don't agree with that. They have exactly the amount of... They have the same amount of games, whereas there are some games... It's not that they don't have more. It's more that a lot of computer games haven't been able to be ported to console. Pretty much every game that you have on console can be played on PC, can be played on computer. But it's... But where it's more interesting... Steam. Well, a lot of those games are on console, but a lot of those games you can't quite port over yet. It's kind of like, if you get what I mean, it's like there are certain games that it's harder to port over, which is why Mojang asked 4J Studios to do it. 4J Studio, the Legacy Console Edition, only exists because Mojang didn't have Mojang didn't have experience importing computer games to console. So that's why they hired 4J Studios, who did have experience in bringing computer games to console. But yeah, it's not that they have more games; it's a lot of them hasn't been ported. Both are good. Well, yeah, I said both are good. I said it's not that there's more games though. It's because a lot of them haven't been ported yet. Most computer games end up on, or pretty much all computer games eventually end up on console. They've got to work out how to do it though, because there's some porting a computer game over to console does have challenges with it, because you've got to try and turn it from, you know, being keyboard to console. It's why it took so long for them to bring out Lego City Undercover on the other consoles. It's why it took so long for them to bring Lego City Undercover out on the other consoles, was because it's... What was I saying, sorry? It's why it took so long to bring Lego City Undercover to other consoles, was because it was made specifically for the Wii U, and it factored in the Wii U gamepad. You had to have the Wii U gamepad to have the map of the game. Hello, Mau Mau. Welcome to the stream. We've just expanded. We've just got rid of the carrots and the beetroot farm, and we're expanding the mushroom farm a bit. Our mushrooms now have a bit more space to move. The old mushroom bit was about here, so they've got a lot more space, guys. Let's get rid of this bow. What's in the secret chest? Anything? Ooh. What are we talking about? We were talking about computer games. Galaxy Gamer was saying about how computer games have more... he prefers computer games because they have more games. But I was saying that most computer games are only solely on computer because they haven't found a way to port them to consoles yet. Which is why Lego City Undercover, the game about Chase McCain, it was exclusively made for the Wii U. So to bring it out on PS4 and PS5, to bring it out on PS4 and Xbox One, they had to go and reinvent the game, because the whole point of the game was the Wii U gamepads. They factored in the Wii U gamepad into the game. Hold on a minute. I was trying to search something. Wii U game pad. In Lego City Undercover for the Wii U gamepad acts as an in-game police gadget, and that's why they had to try and... So they had to edit it. They had to edit that out. Hello, Nelson. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Nelson. Nelson, welcome to the stream. Sorry, I struggled to read your name then. I had to go and double read it. Welcome to the stream. Right, I'm just going to quickly rush up here, guys. I want to make... I'm Enzo. I'm from the Philippines. Oh, okay. Cool. Welcome. So Enzo, okay. So why does it say Nelson then? Out of curiosity. Hello, Arthur. Welcome to the stream. Actually, let's quickly check for signs. I need wood. I need wooden signs. I need a crafting table as well. I need sticks and wooden signs. Hi, welcome to the stream. I just need a crafting table. A second. There we go. I need some signs because my Minecraft world turns 10 years old next week. My Minecraft world turns 10 years old next week, so I want to put some signs down on... What's my name in it? I can't even put a sign here. I can't spell. Victorian. I can't. We're not going to be able to put townhouse there. So basically, I'm putting some signs on stuff. Cool. Because my Minecraft world turns 10 years old. Are you asking me what my HMV? No, he's talking about Steam. It's a video game store. Caston the yeah, we're not gonna be able to do that. The villager, right? HMV is a different. HMV is not a game shop. HMV is a DVD shop. Caston the villager. Where's the dash? Caston the villagers. Yeah, Steam is actually a video game launcher that you can buy stuff off. It's actually... The UK does have those stores. The UK does have it because it's an online store. It's basically an online video game launcher. Yeah, well... HMV is not a video game store. You're not going to find video games in there. You'll find merch in there because that's what it is. HMV is more of a It's more of like a music and film store. HMV's a film and music store, so you'll find like music there and like merch and stuff. But you're not going to find video games in there because that's not what they sell. HMV is lovely, but HMV can be a little bit... Well, I suppose I like HMV because of the deals they do. I once bought three 4K films in there for 40 quid, which was lovely. So a 4K film costs £25. So basically, what you should cost you 75, you got for 40 as part of their deal. They always do really good discounts. Good store. Spawn room. Ice glue. Viewpoints. Hmm. What am I looking for? There's an arrow viewpoint up there. Hello, Nelson. Welcome back. So, guys, I've put some signs around. So, the reason I'm doing this is because I'm planning to release a copy of this world for download in a few weeks' time. Give me a sec, guys. It's so hot right now. It's so hot. It's very, very hot right now. It's like boiling. Oh, yesterday parts of the UK reached 38 degrees. Which, one of the hottest days in record. On record, since they kept records, because obviously they didn't keep records centuries ago. They didn't keep records centuries ago because there was no way of keeping the record. If it was hot, it was just a hot day. I don't know how hot it is. I'm not in England right now. What? The UK's got another heat wave. The UK's got a 5th heat wave of the year. So right now, parts of the UK are like 38 degrees. And it is horrible. Oh, God. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Thank you to the person who subscribed, by the way. As it stands, we're pushing to hit 8,900. We're trying to hit 9,000 by the end of this. Well, soon. I want to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. I want to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, but at the moment we're still 1,400 away, and I just don't see us doing it. I don't see us being able to do it, but it would be amazing if we could. If we could do it, it would be amazing. Oh gosh, sorry, I got an itch. Oh yeah, for controller page, you can connect you to the PC and play. Yeah, you can, but only Xbox controllers. It's only Xbox controllers. PlayStation and Switch controllers don't work. Deceptive won't like that I've used the wood he got. I'm going to put train. Station. So, no, they work too. No, they don't. Not on Minecraft. That's what I was referring to. Minecraft. Connecting a Switch controller and PlayStation 4 controller to Minecraft doesn't work. It's only Xbox controllers that work. It might be for Steam, but not for Minecraft. I'm in your server. I'm an admin. How are you an admin? I mean, the only person that's an admin is Decepted. Not everything is about Minecraft. Well, I am streaming Minecraft. Joe, is it lunch for you? No, it's 2 o'clock. Lunch was ages ago. Not everything's about Minecraft, but I am streaming Minecraft. So if I see you can use a controller on Yes, it is 2 p.m. Look, lunch is not 2 p.m. So tea time. It's just joking. Yeah, I can tell you're joking. There's only one admin in my server, and that's Decepted. There is a bed in this house, so let's go in here and let's just sleep here for 2 seconds. Plus, he plays Java with controller. Well, yeah, but I am streaming Minecraft, so if I see a comment that says you can play a controller on PC, I'm gonna think you're talking about Minecraft. Java is a version of Minecraft. There's 2 versions on computer. You've got the the Bedrock edition, and the Java edition. Java's good. Java's good. Bedrock is also good. There's nothing wrong with both of them. I prefer the console edition because Legacy Console Edition has closer stuff with Java than Bedrock. Because Legacy Console Edition, when it was made, was meant to be a port of the Java edition of Minecraft onto console, because Bedrock didn't exist at the time. Bedrock was just for your phone, because your phone isn't very good when playing a video game. They had to try and condense Minecraft down to that, so that it would play on a tablet and phone. And it became the Pocket Edition, which has now been renamed the Bedrock Edition. Oh. I'm back. Welcome back. Right. What should we think about doing, guys? Literally. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of this view? What do you guys think of this view today on this stream? Pardon me. Just posting about my stream in my Discord server. I'm just posting about my stream in my Discord server because the bot hasn't done it, which is slightly annoying. Literally, the last thing I did in yesterday's stream was repair. The last thing I did in yesterday's stream, everybody, was repair this. I had to repair this because... Let's just break these a sec. Let's just break these. We need this grass to repair. How many controllers do you have? 3. 3 for the Switch, 1 for the Wii U, and then I have two. I have 3. I have 3 for the Nintendo Wii as well. I have one. I have 2 wireless. Well, I have 2. I have 2 sets of Joy-Cons. I have 2 sets of Joy-Cons. I have 2 sets of Joy-Cons for the Nintendo Switch. The Pro Control, the 1 wired Pro, 2 wired Pro controllers, and 1 wired wireless controller, and 2. I've got 3 Wii Pro controllers. 2. I've got 2 wired. I've got 2 Pro controllers for the Wii U. Well, for the Wii. And yeah. And I've got 3, obviously, Wii remotes, Wii controllers. But that's because I've played video games a long time. My first video game console was the Wii U in 2006. Was the Wii in 2006. We need that grass to grow. So that's starting to do quite well there, actually. We need that to grow. Before we put these leaves back down, we need this to grow a little bit. So we need with these bits of grass to regrow. Lovely. Basically, a creeper exploded over there, and then what happened was a creeper exploded underneath. Why 5 though? Why 5 Pro controllers for the Switch? That's really excessive. Why do you need 5? That's a lot. Oh, I need to break this. Have I got any dirt on me? No. So I need that. I need that to grow. Let's put some torches down. Maybe that'll make it grow faster. This should be good. This should be done in a second. But at the moment, all this seems to be a bit... I mean, 2. Yeah, why 5 Pro controllers? That's a lot of controllers. But 2 Joy-Cons. Are you talking about 2 sets, or literally like? Are you counting each individual Joy-Con as 2? Good. Get us the leaves. That's fine now. We've put that back then. We need to wait now for this to start doing something on this side. Oh, no, I mistook what you said because it was, yeah, I totally mistook what you said, Galaxy Gamer, because it's the way you labelled it. It's the way you labelled it. Because there was no, break commas, because there was no commas in the description, it looks like you said you have 5 Nintendo Switch controllers. There probably needed to be a comma between I have 5 and then put a Nintendo Switch Pro controller and then 2 PS4 ones. So it looks like you've said you've got five Switch Pro controllers, 2 PS4, a PS5 and Joy-Cons. That's why I was confused. Because it does look like you've said 5, that you've got 5 of each. Now we just need to wait for that one. Oh, pardon me. Actually, what's the most, and without searching, guys, which gaming console, without searching, which gaming console has sold the most, has the most sales? Which gaming company has the most sales for, like, consoles? I'm back so long. You've only been gone like 2 minutes. What did I have for lunch? I had burgers and chips. Yeah, guys. This might be a hard think, but without search PS2. It's not. PS2 is the most popular video game of PS2 is the most popular video game console of all time, but Nintendo has more sales overall. The Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo DS, and the Nintendo something else. Here, most popular video game console. The PS2 is the highest selling. The PS2 has the highest selling, but Nintendo occupy the next 3. The PS2 technically, yeah, is the highest selling video game console. But Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch sold 156 million. The Nintendo DS sold 154, and the Game Boy Color sold 118. So the next, in the top 4 most highest selling video games consoles, 3 of them are Nintendo. That's what I meant. Like, overall, Nintendo has sold much more than Sony. And ironically, if you go down then, surprisingly, if you go down to the top 5, in the top 8 video game consoles of all time, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 Sony, and there's 4 Nintendo. But going down to the top 8, and then you go down again, Nintendo, Microsoft the Xbox 360 only sold 84 million copies. The Xbox 360 is the highest selling video game console. Ironically, Nintendo Switch 2 is already in the top 20. The Nintendo Switch 2 has sold 23 million copies in the last 14 months since it came out. Nintendo Switch 2 has already gone past the Wii U and the Nintendo GameCube. The Nintendo Wii got sold 101 million. PlayStation sold 102. PlayStation 4 sold 117. PlayStation 5 has sold 95 million so far. Game Boy and Game Boy Color sold 118 million. Nintendo DS sold 154 million. Nintendo Switch sold 156 million. And PlayStation 2 sold 160 million. Yeah, so ironic. PS4 is just under. PS4 has sold 117 million. But PS4 is phenomenally behind the likes of Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 2. Nintendo Switch will probably Nintendo Switch probably will be the most selling video game console. Nintendo Switch only has to sell another 3 million consoles. If Nintendo Switch sells another 3 million consoles, then it will be the most popular video game console of all time. Nintendo, though, ironically, Nintendo always do really well when it comes to video game consoles. The Wii U was just a bit of a shock that it only sold like 13 million. But the Wii U was good. The Wii U itself was a good console. It was actually the marketing that got wrong. It was a new updated Wii U console, and basically because they called it the Wii U, people thought it was a Nintendo Wii accessory. So the Wii U actually was a really good console, but it was just they got the marketing wrong. In fact, guys, I love the Wii U. It's one of my favourite consoles. In fact, perhaps we should stream Wii U sometime. I've got this Minecraft edition on the Wii U. In fact, this world was created on the Wii U 10 years ago next week. I made this world on the Wii U in 2016. Joe spitting bars. I'm not really spitting bars. I'm just saying like stuff about consoles. Ironically, though, a lot of people are already talking about Nintendo Switch 3. But Nintendo Switch 3 is going to be about another 10 years down the line. Like, Nintendo Switch 2 came out in 2025. Nintendo waited 8 years. And in fact, Nintendo Switch 2 will probably get high sales as well, because it's just, it's so much more powerful. When it comes to video game consoles, Nintendo never really go wrong, apart from, you know, they went wrong with the marketing of the Wii U. But the Nintendo Switch was literally, it's really clever. What Nintendo did back then was very, very clever. None of the other video game companies were trying what they were willing to try. They turned around and said, fine, do you know what? Why don't we have an experiment? We're going to see what we can do. We're going to make this console. We're going to make a console that you can play on the telly. We're going to make a Shit, the bear. Where is these mobs coming from? He's dead. We're going to create a video game console that you can play on the TV. Yeah. But the reason Nintendo Switch took off as well as it did was because there was nothing like it. None of the other video game companies had an answer to it. If you get what I mean. None of the other video game companies had an answer to the Nintendo Switch. Oh, Nintendo have just created this console that you can play on the telly, but you can also play it handheld in a tent. You can play it at the top of a mountain. All you've got to do is take the console out, and the screen is actually the screen itself is the console. And that was why Nintendo did so well with it, was because nobody had seen anything like it. And somebody actually asked, the head of Nintendo was asked, actually, he was asked, are you considering bringing out a new one to challenge Xbox? In the new, and this is what he said. He went, who gives a shit? He said, who gives a damn about Xbox and PlayStation? He goes, we've got the handheld market dominated. So who cares about them? And you know what? He was right. Because at the time, Nintendo had... At the time, I'm not sure if it's the same now, but at the time, basically, if you wanted a handheld console, the only place you could go was Nintendo. So Nintendo were basically just getting video game sales. They were just getting video game sales because the fact that this was the only console that you could literally play anywhere. So really, they landed on a niche that's literally only they were willing to try. It's really clever. And just saying that, guys, if you do like look at it, what Nintendo did was, on the grounds of it, very, very clever. They realised that none of the other consoles were, well, none of the other companies were were experimenting with this technology. So they thought, fine, we'll have a look. We'll have a look at that. And what they did, they dominated the handheld market for years. And that's why they took so long with the Nintendo Switch 2, is because they just knew that they were going to get so many sales from the Nintendo Switch that they didn't have to rush into creating a new console. There was only 5 years between the Nintendo Switch and the Wii U. But the Wii U was not getting as many sales as they had expected. The Nintendo Switch sold more copies in a year than the Wii U did in 6 years. Which, do you know what, is amazing, really. Oh, I'm going to need some of that dirt, so I'm going to take that. I'm going to want some stone bricks as well. But not quite yet. Have I just gone on a ramble? Did you guys understand that? I did read the chat. There was nothing in the chat. It doesn't matter which you was like rap god. That's not rap. Rap is where you don't understand a word that anyone's just said. That's not rap. Rap is literally where you speak as fast as possible and just say a load of shit. It doesn't matter. Oh yeah, but that's you've totally misunderstood though what I've said though. You totally misunderstood what I said. I didn't say about it didn't matter. I was talking about how video game consoles work. Video game consoles, I was saying about how video game consoles work. So I was saying about how Nintendo landed on a gold mine on the fact that nobody else was really experimenting with handheld video games. I'm not talking about why they're better. I'm saying about how they've made their money. The reason Nintendo Switch did so well was because there was nothing like it. None of the other video game consoles were trying handheld technology. So for years, Nintendo Switch practically was the only console of that type. I think you misunderstood what I was talking about. You're talking genius. I can't hear what you said. That's kind of funny. But yeah, I'm not saying what console's better and what people should and shouldn't play. I was saying how Nintendo really landed on a gold mine. What Nintendo did with that console was genius. They looked to what everybody else was doing and thought, oh, well, nobody's done this, so let's go do that. And they went and created something that caught everybody by surprise. Everybody thought that the NS, it was going to be called, the Nintendo Switch. The code name for Nintendo Switch before it was announced was Nintendo was NS. It's obviously Nintendo Switch, but it was just NS, the Nintendo NS. I mean, I'm not a genius. I'm not actually that smart. I'm not smart, guys. I just know things. Sure. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just very knowledgeable in things that I like. But if you want to get smart, guys, actually do something called read, guys. Read books. It's 100%. The more that you know, the more things you know. The more things you read, the more things you know. I hope your books are doing well. Well, they're doing all right. I haven't sold one in like I haven't sold one in like 5 months, but that normally happens because obviously young people don't really read anymore. But ironically, reading's actually very important for the human body. Ironically, the smarter you are, you get smarter by reading. Nice creeper. Oh, the creeper statue. Thank you. I need to empty my inventory. I want to know whether these will turn back to dirt. Yeah, they will. They will. But yeah, reading is ironically really important for the human, because people don't read anymore. Like the amount I read something recently, actually, the amount of people nowadays that are in school and they can't read is crazy. The amount of people nowadays that obviously can't read is ridiculous. What day is it today for you? It's the same day that it is for you. Literally, like, it's the same day everywhere in the world, Lawrence. It's the same day everywhere in the world. It's the same day everywhere in the world. Unless you're in Australia, where it's a day ahead now. Because of how time zones work. But so it's the same day it is for you. Oh, I've got cramp. I've got cramp. Oh. Ouch. Technically, well, it is the same day. Today it's Friday. That's not true in different time zones. But that's what I just said. If you're in Europe, if you're European, it's the same day. It's the same day. It's the same day in Europe. I'm absolutely fine. Just got a bit of cramp. It's the same day everywhere if you're in Europe, it's practically the same. It's the same day. Just some parts of Europe are an hour ahead because of how the time zones works. So if you're in France, it's an hour ahead of the UK. Whereas if you're in, I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry, a bit of skin just come off my lip. Whereas if you're in, hello Minecrafters, I've seen you in the streams in ages. In some places it may still be last night, but yeah, it's true. But yeah, I'm in North America. I'm from California. So how are you Portuguese then? Which obviously I never thought you were Portuguese because you only started putting things in Portuguese recently. I thought you were Portuguese. Yeah, if it's the same time zone if you're in Europe. Hello, Minecraft is 16. Welcome to the stream, by the way. But yeah, if it in some parts it's still yesterday. Actually, no, I don't think it is now. Actually, I don't think it is now. I think every part in the world is now at least in the 14th of August. I believe. Latest time zone in the world. Here we go. The latest time zone is an uninhabited island, which is 11 hours behind. So yeah, every part in the world now. I've been doing a lot of work recently. Cool. I was born in Portuguese. How can you be born in Portuguese? Do you mean Portugal? Man, I like your creeper. Thank you. Well, I'm not here we're nowhere near him at the moment because I've come to the castle. Actually, I'm going to go downstairs a sec because I need to sleep. Everyone being so connected. Yeah, I mean the whole world's connected. Oh my god, ouch. Oh my god, sorry, I put my full weight. What's the name of the creeper? The statue of creepity. I put my full weight down on my arm and I've just scraped it along the edge of my desk. It's quite sharp. Your building is crazy. I love it. Thanks. This castle I built in 2018, and I added 2 extra turrets on in 2025. This world, guys, is 10 years old This world is 10 years old tomorrow. No, next Saturday. Then it should be Walter Creeper. Now, it's the statue of Creepity. It's modelled off an build I'd built on my Ideas world back in 2016 time. Literally, guys, my world is 10 years old a week tomorrow. Which makes me feel so old. I was a short, skinny 13-year-old when I created that Minecraft world. When I created this Minecraft world that I'm on right now, I created it as a short, skinny, bullied 13-year-old back in 2016. Basically, it's incredible. Technically, I turned 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 in this Minecraft world. And I'll more than likely turn 24 in this Minecraft world as well. Amazing, isn't it, really, though? I quite like it, though. If you have a Minecraft world that's... Yeah, 10 years. I'm just thinking about what we're going to build to celebrate it. Because 10 years is a crazy... We just spawned a baby chicken. Have I got any seeds? I haven't. Bye, chicken. Coming soon. Yeah, this is the bus station from my book, The Doll Maker, where the serial killer takes all the people from. I built it as like a promo piece in my book. I put loads of TNT down here and made a big TNT hole that goes all the way down to bedrock. And a few weeks ago, I filled it up with a little bit of dirt. We've put a waterfall all the way down here, and now it's basically a pond. But yeah. But big. I want to do that, but I don't know how to do that at the moment. I'm currently an elephant, but I would normally be a bunny rabbit. But, yeah, it feels so cool. Oh, we built this a few months ago, guys. For May. In May, we built that to celebrate Star Wars Day. I built a. When I wasn't predisposed with my career. That's all right. Yeah, the doll maker came out about a year ago, last month. It came out, ironically, it came out a year ago. It came out on the 24th of July, 2025. So it's been out about a year now, to be honest. That was one of the darkest things I've ever written in my life, which I'm still writing, guys. I've got a book coming out in about 3 months, which I brought out a little clip. I put a bit in my Discord server this morning. I put a sneak peek in my Discord server this morning, everybody. Should I read it out to you? I put a sneak peek. It's from a random chapter. Go back to London and tell the Supreme Leader we don't need the likes of you, said Tidsworth. But Agent 1 instead... Let me reread that. Go back to London, tell the Supreme Leader we don't need the likes of you, said Tidsworth. But Agent 1 instead sat down, put his feet up on the desk, drank Tidsworth's cup of tea, ate his sandwich that was on the table. Imagine the Supreme Leader's reaction when I call him to report this. He will want quick action. I'd imagine you'd lose your job. So you can give me those files or lose your career. I know which one I'd pick, he said with a smile with his feet up on the desk. I can end your career with that, said Tidsworth. Not if I end yours first, replied one, with a sharp tone, after a few minutes of heated debate. Comes out in 3 months, guys. The Dawn of Planets 1's War. So Dawn of Planets 1's War, the main character, Agent 1, there's a chapter where he has to hunt down a serial killer, and the police won't give him. The Supreme Leader of the Imperial Union asks Agent 1 to track down a serial killer because the police haven't been able to catch him, and he's getting more and more like victims. So Agent 1 goes up there, and he's literally ordered by the Supreme Leader to like go to the police and get the files and where all the murders have been happening, and they won't give him it. So he basically threatens the head of the police force in Manchester to he threatens the head of the police force in Manchester to basically give him the files or else. I remember these characters. Agent 1. Yeah, so that was the attack from space I read out on stream. I read out a good chunk. Agent 1 is the story of Agent 1 in the whole like story is that he gets older as each book he gets older. So in this book coming out, he's around about like he's becoming an adult. He's like 17, like it takes place from when he's like 17 to 19. He's fully confronting the law enforcement. Well, he is technically higher than the law enforcement in this story. In this story coming, he's the head of the armed forces. The whole military, the Imperial Union in this story is basically like a political union between multiple planets. And he's the head of the armed forces between them all. So he serves Earth in Book 3, Earth becomes a fully fledged member of the Imperial Union. So the Imperial Union is led by a Supreme Leader. So each planet has a senator, and then they elect a Supreme Leader. Then they elect a Supreme Leader who basically rules over the Imperial Union. Hello, Neo Legacy Let's Play. Welcome to the stream. And the main character is the Supreme General of the Armed Forces. So Agent 1 is the head of the Armed Forces. So he answers to the Supreme Leader alone. And it's the whole story is about Agent 1 rebuilding the Imperial Union military. Because the guy that was the head of the military before had ran it into the ground. And the military isn't really up to standard anymore. And the whole story is about him trying to rebuild the military. There's a really I'm gonna go and open my notes, guys. There's a really good there's a real good line in there that I want right now. This is how I've just lost the live chat. Just give me 2 secs. There's a line in it I'm gonna read out this is how bad that the military's become. the military's become this bad that he says a really, really cool line. I'm going to go and find it. Just undo that a sec. I need to press this. Um, oh, just trying to find the. I'm gonna try and find this a sec, guys. Just give me 2 seconds. Oh, I can't find it. Oh, there's a real funny one here, actually. The good old dash shit we used to do as JOB1 agents. Remember too, testing that taser, I said it looked like it was as fit to be a granny's toothbrush than a taser. So I said, shoot me with it. I bet you could. Oh, yeah, I remember. You said, wait, what was it? I bet you 20 quid doesn't do anything. So 2 lined up and fired the taser at you. It didn't just wipe you off your feet. It wiped you. Yeah, you you shat yourself, and the taser was that strong. You landed 5 feet further back. I can't find it. A granny's toothbrush. Then there's one in there where the main character says the old military officers are as fit to be a soap shop than the office of the Supreme General. I think it's soap. He says something. Oh, it might be the military academy. Oh, this is it. Got it. They'll approve your details. They'll approve. Your details were quite alarming. As you put it yourself in your notes, the old military academy building on Jabanos is just about fit to be a cottage cheese factory than the academy of the great Union military. I think the Senate is starting to realise the industrial scale of corruption and negligence Grenell did to our military. But yeah, it's as fit to be a cottage cheese factory than the office than the academy of the Union military. There's a few really funny lines in there. There's one in there where the main character disappears, and the only thing that they can see on the CCTV is him having all-you-can-eat food and go up for about 5 different helpings, like all-you-can-eat food. There's a real funny one in there as well, where one of the main a character from books 1, 2, and 3, who hasn't been in who left halfway through 3, he appears to help, and while he's talking, his trousers split. Super solid comedy. I like to include a little bit of comedy. So that's what I like about the main character. The main character is like as mad as a box of frogs. And that was the whole point of him. He's as mad as a box of frogs. But he's very, very smart, but he hides it behind being a bit clowny. So like he forgets to turn the screen off in the first story, and he starts talking to people, and then the main villain goes, "You've only turned the screen off. We can still hear you." Oh, the main character gets shot as well, and the first thing he says was he gets shot. He's asked, "Are you all right?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm fine, unless you have intentions of shooting me." I thought that would be funny. Like, you know, you've got to be if you're injured. If you're injured, you've got to make light of the situation. So the main character's been shot and he's on the floor, he's bleeding out, and he says, he goes, "I'm perfectly fine unless you have intentions of shooting me," to somebody. I love it. I love writing them. I love writing Agent One because it's just such a. You don't. I'm planning book 6 at the moment, and there's some chapters in there that it's like this is like a toy. This is like a toy chest. There's a bit in book 6 which I haven't written yet. I'm just planning it. But the main character, he's like zapped into a world of like stories. He has to fight some gods, and he's zapped into a world of stories. So he's basically fighting like teddy bears with pitchforks, and he's fighting like giants from like Jack and the Beanstalk. He has to nick he has to nick a glass shoe from some princess, and it's like, and yeah, he has to fight teddy bears, a heart stealer. I based him, to be honest, I based him partially on me. I based him on that I used to just, in a situation where I knew I probably should just be panicking. I used to be sat there making jokes. So which is why Agent One lines up to roughly the same age I am. Agent One roughly lines up to like the same age I am. So I gave him a birth date like around mine. I didn't give him the same birth date. Well, I gave him a similar birth date. So I gave Agent One the same. I basically gave Agent One the same age as I was when I come up with the idea of Dawn of Planets. So I based him a little bit off myself. So the description of Agent One is that the description of Agent One's really basic. You know, he's a little short. He has blonde hair and he wears a black metal suit. Well, he wears a black metal suit in the first 3, but then he becomes more. In the 4th story, he wears like a military suit. He wears like an army suit because he's the head of the army now. But I will say that I've loved writing. I always love writing Agent One because it's like you don't know what he's gonna say. You don't know what he's gonna say. You don't know what he's gonna do. I'm feeling mad today. I'm feeling mad today. Oh, okay. Have a good rest of your day. But yeah, literally, like, but saying that, I wrote it into book 4 actually. You only see the GW1 agents when the story takes place. You only see the GW1 agents at points when the story focuses on them. But you don't see all like the crazier shit that they do. You don't see the crazier shit they do. So there was some jokes about Agent One accidentally crashed a plane. Agent One accidentally crashed a Phantom X, which is like a space, like it's a space plane that I've invented for the story. But you find out during the story that Agent One actually crashed the first one they ever tested. Agent One crashed it because he broke the gear off. So that was a nosedive into the Pacific. There's another one somewhere in there where he's telling a relative of his like some crazy GW1 stories, and he says to the relative about a swimming pool. They were testing fire equipment and they broke the machine, so this foam machine isn't stopping like bringing foam out, and the main character isn't there. Agent One isn't there. He's like in an office. He comes out, sees the foam machine just absolutely just pelting it out, and goes, "Oh, fix it." and he steps away. He steps away to the foam and then falls straight into like a pit because it's filled up the pit so bad they can't see where it is. So he falls in like a 5-foot pit. He walks out, goes, "I'll find it then." He walks about 10 feet forward and then falls in a swimming pool. Which is just funny. But I like that though. The main character, he's very, very smart, but it's also that he's also wild and just does what he wants. Yeah, the space plane, like it's the first ever human. It's the first ever the Phantom X. They call it. They call it the Phantom X bomber plane. It's the first plane that can go into space. I am writing at the moment, though. I'm somewhere near working on it. I'm writing a slight prequel that brings in the more fantasy elements, because they're starting in this story coming out in November. There's a lot more fantasy elements. So you meet a wizard character, but I'm currently behind the scenes. I'm currently writing like a backstory, like the lore for him. You meet like a wizard character, and he's basically like a space traveler. Like he goes across the galaxy and he helps people. And this character, I'm writing like a backstory to him, like why he became like a space adventurer. I think it's a really cool concept. I don't know. I won't reveal what his name is, guys. But this guy, he's a space adventurer. He's Indiana Jones. Basically, he's Indiana Jones, but he's Space Indiana Jones. Indiana Star. So this character, he's like thousands of years old, but he looks, he ages very slowly. So he's like I think he's like 15,000 years old or something like that. He's not ridiculous. I think he's like 17,000 years old, but he looks like 16, 17. And the whole point of this character, he's a space traveler. I love. Have you guys ever seen The Thick of It? Probably not. It's a British political comedy. This one character, he doesn't know what Star Wars is, so he says, the space hairdresser that goes along with the pedal bin. He has a robot that goes along with the pedal bin. Enola Hose. Oh. Sherlock Space Holmes. But yeah, it's fun. I like writing it, guys. I like writing the Dawn of Planet stuff because there's so many places you could go. In book 5, which I'm working on, you go to quite a few different alien worlds. So you go to a place. We go to a place in book 5, which I'm currently just in the last themes of finishing, but then I need to go through and then rewrite, re-edit and stuff. You go to a place which it's very biodiverse. So basically, you meet a creature. You see a creature that's literally like a snake, but it's about 60 feet long and has 2 heads. And literally, nobody's ever seen one of these things and lived to tell the tale. And there's all these like creatures all these nightmarish creatures on this planet. Like a hive mind. I had thought of that. I had thought of that concept before I invented the idea of the Crossfox. It was going to be a hive mind thing. But then the Crossfox became like the idea for the villain of the Dawn of Planet series. The Crossfox is the main villain. He first appears in the Gathering Storm, but he's basically like a space pirate. He's basically like Space Sauron. He's basically a guy. He wants to conquer the galaxy. He wants to conquer the galaxy. He doesn't want to conquer the galaxy per se, but he basically wants all the galactic. He wants all the other galactic civilizations to basically bend the knee. He wants his empire. He wants his people to rule over all the others. He wants to be the most powerful. It's basically like Space World War II. It's basically like Space World War II, like one country. It's basically Space World War II in a way. You know, one country wants his country to one leader wants his country to basically rule all the others. Yeah, it's like it's basically Space World War II. You know, one leader wants his country to rule over, to basically be powerful, more powerful than all the others, and that's all the other powers are starting to rival them. So he's got to try and find ways to meddle and take out all the others. But the one thing he's scared of is Agent 1. He's the only thing he's scared of is Agent 1, because he thinks Agent 1's crazy. He thinks Agent 1's absolutely mad, so he won't Agent 1's the only character in this whole galaxy that will just do whatever it takes. But I like that idea though. I like it. There's a part in One's War, guys, which is book 4, when Agent 1 he finds people that basically are like him that will just do anything. So he sends a group of guys. He sends a group of crazy soldiers into one of the most darkest detainment camps in the galaxy, and he basically orders them to burn it to the ground. He orders them to burn it to the ground, and they do it crazily. So they just go through like shooting, blasting, and they turn around and blow it. They blow it up. They don't call the mission completed until they blow it up. They literally wait. They say mission is, wait a minute, bang, completed. And one of the characters that's rescued, he goes, "Fucking hell, you guys are crazy." I based that this idea though. I based it off something that they did during the Second World War. The British during the Second World War had a organization that basically jumped behind enemy lines and just caused havoc. And I thought, that's such a cool concept though. Imagine a group of people that just go behind enemy lines and just to intentionally cause havoc. Yeah, have a good rest of your day. I was just thinking, that's just such a cool concept, isn't it? Like, that's what they did during the Second World War. So, one of the most crazy things that they did during the Second World War was the raid of Saint Nazaire. They sent commandos in there to fight the Germans and basically they needed to stop the Tirpitz from being able to dock anywhere outside of France, outside of Germany. So they basically raided and destroyed the dock at Saint Nazaire, France. And they rammed a boat full of explosives, and then the commandos got off and just caused havoc. In fact, the only way off the island was with a bridge. The only way off the island was with a bridge that thousands of German soldiers were standing there with guns. But the commandos had fought all night, and they still had some bit of fighting left because they just lined up and charged across the bridge. Of the 500 commandos, about eight of them made it to Spain because the boats got sunk. But it's a crazy story. One guy got shot in the knee, One guy got shot in the knee, and the German soldier said, "For you, the war is over." One guy got caught, and he said, this guy had been shot in the leg, shot on the arm, and he said to himself, I've got to escape from the German prison." He goes, "But I don't feel up to it right now." It's an amazing story. Like, the British commandos during the Second World War, they're the ones that invented like assault courses, obstacle courses. They would do speed marches, so they had to run from Harlech to up Mount Snowdon and back in 17 hours. And Mount Snowdon, Harlech's about 30 miles. They had to run about 30 miles up a mountain and back down in 17 hours. One group ran 53 miles in 20 hours. The commandos were crazy. Oh, it's warm, guys. Sorry, guys. It's very warm, literally. The weather has been as dry as a pancake. The weather has been dry as a pancake for weeks. It's rained twice in the last 2 months. Literally, I've never seen it so hot. Well, not so hot, so dry. Literally, vast parts of the UK right now are under drought because of how hot it is. It's literally, the ground is as dry as a pancake. It is hot. Right, so what I'm going to do, guys, is try there's a creeper in here. That's great. So oh my god, let's go find the nearest Minecraft bed, guys, because it's raining and dark. I believe we're at least 12,000 days of Minecraft now on here. No. Kill him. There we go. Creeper. How much XP do we have right now? I think we can safely... Let's go to the... let's go to the mob spawner, guys. If we go to the spider spawner, maybe we can pick up as much stuff as possible. It is so hot. It is very, 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 very hot. I'll be back in a minute. I want to get a drink. I am back, everybody. Welcome back. Sorry, I just had to nip off quickly and get a drink because it's warm. There's 4 people watching. Amazing. So what I was doing, we were heading to the mob spawner. I want XP. I want XP. I want XP. It is so... Oh. If you're watching this stream right now, I do apologise if I sound absolutely out of breath. It's literally boiling. I think we are gonna have... There's 2 spiders in there. Give me your spider eyes. And your string. I want to see if we can hit 30 XP levels. It'd be amazing if we could, I think. So. Thank you to all of you that watched my YouTube short yesterday. Oh, hold on a minute. My screen has just changed. There we go. Right, so. Whoa, how many's in here? Okay, there's about 5 then. Oh, bollocks, I couldn't close it. I couldn't get the gate back open. Closed. Whoa! Was there so many? Yeah, we've got much more string than we do have this stuff. Well, I want to see if we can get more and more XP levels. Can we hit 30 XP levels? That's what we're going to try and see today. What are we going to have more of, string or spider eyes? At the moment, we've got about 30. We got about 39 more. In fact, we've got about 30 more right now. Oh, God, my eye. No, I just want to eat my food. There we go. Let's let this build up for a moment. How are you guys in the stream? Surprisingly, we didn't pick up any spider eyes or string then. There we go. Come on. Will we hit 30 XP levels? Will we hit 30 XP levels? Right, we've hit 28. That's good. So we've only got 2 more to go. Hello, Lucas the Man. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Right, I'm just trying to get some more XP levels right now. Let's just bring out my food a sec. Right. I'll be right back. Cool. We're trying to get 30 XP levels, guys. There we go. Perfect. That's good. Now, let's get as many of these XP levels as we possibly can. I do just want to quickly go to something a second. Have a look at something like that. So, there we go. There we go. So, fantastic. We're going to get there. We're getting closer and closer. We've got 28. Give me mobs. Give me mobs. Give me mobs. Keep me mobbing. Give me mobs. Let's wait until this fills up a little bit more. He's looking at me. The spider's looking at me. Doesn't realise I've got 81 string and 45 spider eyes. $50. Right. There we go. We've got 86. We're getting closer and closer. We need more spider eyes. Well, we need more of all of it. We probably do have more spider eyes, actually. We have to go in there, guys, to basically make sure that we get every single bit. There we go. 29, almost there. We are almost there. Ooh. Spider. There's a spider at my nan's door. And she doesn't like spiders. Kill the spider. Kill the spider. Right, why don't we let this build up for a moment, then we'll see if we can get some more spiders in there. Some more should spawn in a second. There we go, we've got 2 more. There's about 5 in there right now. Let's let it spawn up a tad more then. We'll let a couple more of them spawn. So there's about 5 now in one slot. 4 in one slot. Hold on. It might be 3. There's 3, 4, 3, 1, 5. Yeah, it's 5. I think we've done fairly well in here today. We're slowly getting to 30 XP levels. I think a couple more and we should be fit for purpose, I think. Let's see if we can get a couple more spider eyes, because I want us to at least get a stack of spider eyes. We're gonna get a... There's gonna be a spider will spawn in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and boom. Boom. Didn't work. A spider will spawn. That kind of works, doesn't it? Well, we've hit 30 now. Let's see if we can get that 64th. Let's see if we can get that 64th XP level. That 64th spider eye. We didn't get that 64th, we even got a 65th. Oh, God. Right, let's go this way then. What's in here? So, doing all that, if I go to here, then go down. So this is all now being brought over to me. We can literally let this fill up for a second. We should have more and more arriving. We should have more and more like technology items arriving from there. Basically, it's the best system to have. It's the best ever system to have for storage. Here comes another stack of spider eyes. There we go. So we got a lot more spider eyes than we thought, because this was totally empty when we came earlier on today. This is our system, guys. This system here basically brings us items. We might if we got more string coming, we probably got more spoilers. Hello, Vil Gamer. I haven't seen on the streams in ages. Welcome back. I can actually now we can work on this for a minute. How's this? Oh. I have a PS4. Cool. I will literally be back. Hello, gent. Welcome to the stream. I apologise, everyone. I just went AFK for a moment. I sent Decepted a... Sorry, I just got to laugh at something I said. Yeah, literally. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I'm in this little room right now. I'm in this little room here, and I'm just making it a tad wider. Because we are going to have to make this room wider eventually. We're going to have to make this room wider eventually. I don't think there's anything this way, so I'm literally just going to replace this with dirt for now. Sorry, wood. How are you, Jenth, and how are you, Vil Gamer? Welcome to the stream. Just going to take this stuff away, because this stuff does not belong in this little room. Actually, no, the string does. I can't spell chemistry. There we go. Yeah, welcome to the stream, everybody. Anything else? No. String, got 60, an extra 62 of. No spider eyes, just got bones and gunpowder. So, fantastic cocoa. Let's take this upstairs. This world, guys, turns 10 years old in a week. This world turns 10 years old in 1 week time. I will not be talking much this stuff, that's alright. This world, guys, turns a week old. Turns a year old, 10 years old in a week tomorrow, guys. Which makes me feel crazy that I've had this world for so long. Like, I've had this Minecraft world now for so long that in a week's time, this Minecraft world will be 10 years old. Is that crazy? I think it is. Right. I'm going to quickly go down here a second. I do apologise, guys. It's very, very warm. It is very, very, very hot. This room's going to have to be made bigger. So, the UK, guys, is having another heat wave. So, it's become very, very hot again. But I will say, though, yesterday was the worst of it. Hello, Skatepunk. Welcome to the stream. How are you? I am great. How are you? Thank you for asking. That's really kind of you. Welcome to the stream. Right. I do apologise, guys, if I sound a bit out of breath. It is very hot again. The weather, guys, is crazy. 70% of the UK right now is under droughts. It's literally rained like twice in like the last 2 months. It is very, very hot. In fact, yesterday was one of the hottest days I've seen it. Yesterday, vast parts of the UK yesterday, guys, were under 38-degree heat. Which is incredibly hot. Let me look what that is in Fahrenheit, guys. 38 CNF. About 100 Fahrenheit. About 100 Fahrenheit. Good to hear from you. Oh, thank you. That's really kind of you. String. And let's put these spider eyes in here. It makes me feel really weird. This Minecraft world is 10 years old in literally 8 days. I felt really odd today, realizing that it's a week old tomorrow. It's 10 years old, a week tomorrow. Right, I want to head down here a second because I have a little secret chest room. If I go over to here and then go into this little room here, then I have a little secret little place that I just stick gunpowder and stuff that goes in here. Like, we do have bones in here, but bones can go somewhere else now. How is everybody on the stream? Be right back. Okay. It is. I need to get that fan on. It's literally. I got hardly any sleep last night because I was constantly waking up and in puddles of sweat. It was hot. Thank you everybody for watching the short yesterday, by the way. Yesterday there was on what day is it, guys? It's Friday, isn't it? On Wednesday. I apologise for no stream Wednesday, guys. There was a solar eclipse that I really wanted to see. The UK had its largest solar eclipse in 30 years. And in fact, it will be the largest solar eclipse for 60 years. The next solar eclipse, the next big solar eclipse in the UK is not till the next major solar eclipse in the UK is not until 2090. The next big solar eclipse in the UK is not till 2090. Which is just crazy. In fact, Spain get two. Spain get two total eclipses in the next 2 years. The UK's last total eclipse was in 1990. What I find more funny about this area is I refilled this area with dirt literally like 2 weeks ago. But yeah, the next solar eclipse in the UK, which is not for 64 years. You know, there's a chance I might not see. There's actually a chance, guys, I might not see a total solar eclipse in the UK. There's probably a chance that I will not see a total eclipse in the UK. Because the next solar eclipse in the UK is not until 2090. So I would be 88. I would be 88 years old. So I don't know. Right, anyway, let's go this way. Let's go get some XP levels. We've got 30 XP levels right now. I've already picked up a load of spider eyes and string again. There's a house in here. Oh my god, my arm. Ouch. Just going to check some notifications, guys. It's been quite a quiet stream, ironically. It's been a very, very it's been a very, very quiet stream. Oh my god. It's hot. It's hot. Hmm. Just give me a sec, everybody. My screen is right. I can't see the screen. I don't even know what I'm doing, guys. I'm just going around getting XP. 31 XP levels is really good. In the jungle, a mighty jungle, a lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, a lion sleeps tonight. A whim away, a whim away, a whim away. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, a lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, a lion sleeps tonight. Sorry. Ooh. Guys, I'm preparing to release a copy of this war for download, so in a few weeks' time, you guys might be able to walk up to Just Twats nightclub and disco room. You might be able to walk up to the flower shop, the hotel, the snow globe. Oh god, ouch. Oh my god, not again. Never mind. Do 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 do. Right. I might actually end this stream slightly early, guys, because it's so warm. So I hope you have enjoyed today's stream, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.